Justin Bieber has finally broken his silence on his past connection with Sean Diddy Combs, and what he said is making waves across the internet. After months of online speculation, resurfaced videos, and growing pressure from fans, Justin's response comes at a critical time. With Diddy now facing serious federal charges, including trafficking and racketeering, the world is paying closer attention to anyone who was once close to him, and Justin Bieber is high on that list. As Diddy enters the 5th day of his federal court trial, the testimonies are getting more intense. His ex-girlfriend Cassie has already spoken, and members of the girl group Danity Kane are expected to follow. But outside the courtroom, attention has turned to a different name, Justin Bieber. The two had a highly publicized friendship when Justin was just a teenager. At the time, it seemed like a mentor-mentee bond, but now under the shadow of Diddy's allegations, those moments are being looked at in a much darker light. Clips from the past have resurfaced online, showing a very young Justin hanging out with Diddy at odd hours, talking about girls, fast cars, and living the high life. In one clip, Diddy talks about taking Justin to find girls after an Usher concert. In another, they appear on late-night TV where Justin mentions driving a Lamborghini and staying at Diddy's house. What once seemed like fun celebrity moments now raise serious questions, especially as Diddy is being investigated for involving minors in disturbing activities. Justin had stayed completely silent during the early stages of the trial, even as his name trended online, but now he's chosen to speak. Though carefully, his team made it clear that Justin is not one of Diddy's victims, but they acknowledged that people were genuinely hurt by Diddy's actions. While the statement was brief, it confirmed that Justin is aware of what's happening and wants the focus to remain on those who suffered. Fans are reacting strongly. Many are feeling emotional, not just because of Justin's connection to Diddy, but because of the visible signs that Justin himself may be struggling. Over the last several months, his social media activity has been full of emotional posts and confusing messages. He's shared moments where he appeared to be crying, saying he's been overwhelmed and in a fragile state. For longtime fans known as Beliebers, this isn't just a celebrity going through a tough time. It feels like a cry for help. Some believe that Justin is still dealing with the trauma from his early years in the music industry. He rose to fame at such a young age and was quickly surrounded by adults, power, and fame. Diddy was one of those adults. And now, in the middle of this shocking trial, it's becoming harder to ignore the possibility that Justin saw or experienced things that left a lasting impact. The most heartbreaking part for fans is that Justin has always been somewhat open about his emotional struggles, but he's never spoken directly about his past with Diddy. The brief statement this week was the first real acknowledgement, and it left people with more questions than answers. It's also sparked discussions about how young artists are often exploited in the industry and how power is used to silence, control, or manipulate them. Some fans are calling for Justin to tell his full story, not just for himself, but for others who may be going through similar experiences. Others are urging the media not to make this about Justin, but to keep the attention on the victims in the trial. Still, his involvement, even indirectly, continues to stir emotion, especially now that Diddy's past relationships are under the microscope. What makes this even more intense is the timing. As Diddy's court case gets more serious, more names are being dragged into the headlines. People are wondering who knew what and for how long. Justin's statement, while carefully worded, suggests he knows more than he's saying, but is choosing not to reveal everything. And maybe that's because he's still processing it himself. This moment has become about more than just one man's fall from grace. It's a bigger conversation about what happens to child stars when they're thrown into adult environments, and how the entertainment industry has failed to protect them time and time again. Justin Bieber isn't just a pop star, he's someone who lived through it, and his pain is something fans have been watching unfold in real time. As the trial continues, people will be watching closely, not just to see what happens to Diddy, but also to see if more stars, like Justin, begin to speak up. The silence is breaking. The truth is starting to come out. And whether Justin ever shares the full story or not, one thing is clear: he's not unaffected. His recent words may have been measured, but they were enough to show that the past still lingers. And in the court of public opinion, Justin Bieber's emotional states and his connection to Diddy have become a powerful reminder that fame, especially when given too young, often comes at a heavy cost. If you found this story important, make sure to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more updates on the biggest trials, celebrity breakdowns, and truth behind the fame. Because the stories we've been told aren't always the full story, and sometimes the silence says the most.